Yeah, Jake, just a year off. Didn't get to participate in summer ball or anything like that, at least extensively. How have you worked this off season to kind of make up for the lack of live pitching that you haven't been able to face?
Yeah, that's a good question. So basically, what I did was when we got our season got canceled, we just I went back home, spent a lot of family time, and then basically I went to a facility every day to just hit and take around balls and do whatever I could to try to like stay in that flow. Um, that time was definitely precious, so I can focus more on myself and just do the best I can to be able to continue that flow of um, playing the game without actually playing games.
All right, we'll go to Rick and then Mike.
So this program was really starting to take off and turn the corner last year before things got pulled. And then this year, preseason ranked Baseball America number 19. How proud are you and your fellow teammates to be a part of this program and excited about getting ready to start a new season?
Yeah, those accolades are awesome, but it definitely doesn't surprise us because of how hard we work, and the coaching staff has really helped us be able to work as hard as we can. They throw BP to us every day. Coach A is one of the best in the business with the pitchers too, and so just them and everyone else, the whole staff and players, we definitely grown a culture here that has allowed us to um, get those accolades and be the best we can.
Yeah, Jake, how much fun is it to play in this infield with guys like Liam and Max out there with you?
It's awesome. It's really fun. We just got that chemistry going to where we can literally talk about anything in the infield to stay locked in the game. Just we have a lot of fun out there, and those two are definitely one of the guys that I can talk to about anything, and so we just get along on and off the field. So it's a lot of fun playing with them out there.
I assume that you'll probably hit right behind them in the lineup. What do those guys do well to get on base, set the table for the middle of the order?
Yeah, they definitely have an unselfish approach at the plate. Their mindset of going up there is to get on base or try to get the next guy up every time, and so it's a whole lot easier for me to be able to hit because they're really good runners too, so they can get in scoring position. Max and Liam can steal bases pretty easily, so um, they can definitely allow me to get RBIs easier and just make my job easier.
All right, next we'll go to Troy and then Gustavo.
Jake, is there a sense of some unfinished business heading into this season, given how well y'all started last year and not being able to see how far you could take that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, just it definitely stinked how they canceled our season because of COVID and stuff. But you know, we've been working really hard this whole off season, and um, like we haven't played pretty much in like a whole year, and so just having that feeling of that season coming closer, and what Coach V was saying earlier about smelling the blood of our season getting closer and closer. So definitely some unfinished business that we can have to be able to get to season here closer. So
Jake, you mentioned unfinished business, and the last game you guys played last year against ETSU, you had 2 runs and 2 hits. You had a good game. So I wonder if how excited you are, how anxious you are to go back and play against a real opponent. As I mentioned, in the last game you guys played, you did very well.
yeah, certainly it was definitely a grind this past off season, just having so many scrimmages against the same people. There can definitely be that factor of just playing against the same dudes every day. It can kind of get boring, but just the fact that you just got to grind it out certainly is there. But like I said, we're just ready to play someone else, and it's going to be a fun season this year.
All right, we'll go to Ryan Shumpert next.
Who are some freshmen that have stood out to you and I guess you think can have a real chance to make an impact on this team?
Absolutely. I think definitely Blade Tidwell. and probably Jake Fitzgibbons, like on the pitching side of things. Just facing them every day in our scrimmages has definitely been tough. Blade and Jake have definitely really have good stuff, and so it's definitely been a struggle for that. But those dudes are really good, and how they go about their work is phenomenal. And I'd probably say definitely Charlie Taylor, like Coach V was saying, everyone loves him. And so he's definitely going to have a huge impact on us if Pav or Greer get out with COVID or something, he's got to step in. So definitely those three guys that I think are going to have a huge impact on us this year.
We'll go back to Ben.
Jake, I was going to ask you about Blade. Just what about his stuff makes him so difficult to face, and why do you think he's been able to come in as a freshman? And I mean, Coach V said that he's probably going to start this weekend. Why do you think he is able to take on that type of role so early?
Like I said, his stuff is phenomenal. He's got a hard fastball that moves like a cutter. He's got a slider. He's got everything to make hitters uncomfortable, and definitely has been a struggle for me. My first at bat against him, I had a up a home run against him, and ever since he struck me out every time. And so he can definitely make those adjustments on figuring out how to get those really good batters out. And so just his stuff in general has just been really good, and we'll definitely have hitters on the other teams hard to hit off of.
Rick, did you have another one?
Jay, Coach was talking about the competition level on the team. You know, saying that starting lineup here this week may not be like the starting lineup come May. Talk about that competition and how that makes you guys better on a daily and weekly basis.
Yeah, so I think it's with our program, it's kind of like Alabama's football program. Nick Saban does really well about recruiting and stuff, and so just having that competition that we play against and practice with every day has certainly has worn off against us to be able to play our best every day and not take anything for granted, because some of those dudes like Trey Lipscomb, Logan Steenstra, Jarrell, they had really good falls. And so just having them to compete against has definitely been something I've looked to be able to work as hard as I can every day to earn my spot.
We'll go back to Troy and then finish up with Ryan.
I don't think I meant to raise my hand again, Sean. Sorry.
No worries. Ryan, did you have another one?
Yeah, I did. Rick was saying earlier about top 25 in most preseason polls, predicted to finish third in the East, highest in over 10 years. So what are some of the goals for this team has?
Yeah, obviously we want to go to Omaha and go as far as we can. I know us, like I brought up earlier about unfinished business. That's definitely one of those things we have going on in our locker room. Act as if, leave no doubt on the field, and so just those sayings right there has definitely made a huge impact on us and how we go about ourselves every day. And so we're going to be able to compete at a high level every game we can.